Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you tonight. No sound.
Mr. Rayner,
Yes.
try that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, no sound. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you tonight to the commencement ceremony for the Enterprise High School class of 2008. Before the processional, I would like to make several announcements. I would like to remind everyone that this is a formal ceremony. I would like to ask those who have balloons to please hold those down so that the people behind you can see. As your child is introduced, I would ask that you please hold your applause so that everyone would have an opportunity to hear their child's name being called. I'd like to ask that you please stay back behind the fence. After the ceremony is over, you're welcome to come down and congratulate your children, make pictures, etc. It's with great pleasure that I ask you to join me in honoring the Enterprise High School class of 2008. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our special guest for tonight's ceremony. First, our most honored guest, Mrs. Laura Bush, First Lady of the United States. Our special guest tonight, Mrs. Patsy Riley, First Lady of the State of Alabama. Special guest, Mayor Kenneth Boswell. And our State Senator, Jimmy Holley. Dr. James Reese, Superintendent of Education. The Superintendent's staff, Dr. Bob Ferris, Mr. Hinton Johns, Mr. Bob Cumberland, Dr. Irma Townsend, Ms. Ovita Pierce, Mr. Brad Johnson, Mrs. Stacy Rogers, Mrs. Cheryl Johns, Mrs. Mary Cannon, Mrs. Gloria Stewart, and Mr. Thad Morgan. The Enterprise City School Board, Mr. Lynn Sparks, Mr. Gene Lally, Ms. Cynthia Covington, Mrs. Terry Averett, Mr. Russell Quattlebaum, Mr. Mark Gibson, and the school board attorney, Mr. Rainer Cotter. At this time, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you 21 seniors who have maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average from the 9th grade through their senior year. These students are recognized as the valedictorians of Enterprise High School. Abigail Faith Averett, Sabrina Shea Bowden, Norma Christine Boyd, Stephen Clay Carter, Roy Lee Crump III, Paige Merritt Dexter, Thompson McBride Foy, Emily Helen Galloway, Stuart Elijah Halcomb, Nasa Lee Hernandez, Miranda Yvonne Jennings, Amanda Kathleen Lawrence, Lindsay Elizabeth Lewis, Dimitro Malikov, Jeremy Anthony Martini, Nicholas James McQueen, Kenneth Tudor Skull Jr., Scott Michael Syban, Megan Amanda Stockhausen, Lydia Rochelle Townsend, and Marissa Unanian. Your valedictorians of the class of 2008. As is the custom of Enterprise High School graduation, at this point, I will turn the ceremony over to the valedictorians.
Good evening. We are blessed to be standing here, surrounded by those who love us, believe in us, and have given us the foundation to face the trials of life.
As the class of 2008, we have drawn inspiration from the many different stories that are represented by the group you see sitting here tonight. Although different in many ways, our unity is found in focusing not on the things that make us different, but instead on the things that make us the same.
The memories we shared right here at 500 East Watt Street, from Friday Night Football to Mr. Rayner standing in front of the Wildcat. We share an assurance that God loves us even when we do not understand the trials we have faced.
God tells us that this all-surpassing power belongs to God and not to us. We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but never destroyed.
We have experienced trials and changes and have been asked to sacrifice things that no other class at Enterprise High has ever faced. But while we cannot choose our circumstances, we can choose our attitude.
We can choose to use our circumstances as an excuse to settle for less than God's plan, or as an opportunity to allow God to refine our character.
Remember, you are to trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not on your own understanding, and always acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight.
Will you please bow your heads in prayer? Dear Lord, thank you for allowing us to gather here in honor of the class of 2008. We thank you for providing Enterprise High School with an amazing faculty who has been our support through the obstacles we have faced. Continue to guide us as we embrace the challenges that lie ahead. I pray you will be with the families of our classmates, Michael Bowen, Peter Dunn, Ryan Moeller, and A.J. Jackson in this time of celebration. Give the senior class the will to stay strong and the determination to reach our dreams. In your name we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand with the senior class of 2008 as we pledge allegiance to our great nation and join the EHS band as they play our national anthem. Please remain standing afterward.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing with the senior class as the Enterprise High School alma mater is played.
Thank you for your attention and cooperation. You may be seated.
Good evening, family, friends, and members of our community. On behalf of the Enterprise High School, Class of 2008, it is our great privilege to welcome all of you as honored guests to our graduation ceremony tonight.
Graduation, as evidenced by our full house, is and always has been an event to be shared with family, friends, and others who have watched us grow and learn. As much as this night honors the accomplishments of our seniors, our graduation is a tribute to those people who have touched us these past 13 years. Without the guidance, encouragement, and support of those who care deeply about us and our school's success, none of us would be the people we are today.
To those of you here this evening, we are all incredibly grateful for your support of our senior class. Especially in such unique circumstances, we thank all of you for rallying behind us and coming to share in our special night. The strength of our community is brightly reflected in the spirit of our senior class. We would also like to give a special welcome to our graduating seniors. Congratulations on making it this far. Class of 2008. We only have a little bit longer to wait, a few more speeches to listen to and contemplate, before we receive our diplomas and leave this part of our lives behind.
Lyrics sung by the Beatles, pop legends, and often speakers of wise words, sum up what makes everyone here, all connected by this event, so special. In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. We are all very glad that so many of you have come to see us off. And no matter where we go from here, we will take the love you have given us, remember it, and make it into something of our own as we move forward.
Without further ado, thank you all for joining us today and welcome. Please enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
At this time, we will recognize the Class of 2008 Honor Seniors. Each has maintained a 3.5 GPA on a 4.0 scale through 4 years of high school. Please stand when your name is called. Moises de Jesus Alfaro, Ashley Marie Armstrong, Lauren Dale Aylworth, Tara Danielle Barker, William Mitchell Beatty, Cassandra Elizabeth Baumgartner, Amanda Ruth Bahi, Alexa Shea Buckard.
Kai Justin Broadwater, Sarah Catherine Butler, Sarah Frances Carroll, Harrison Chase Charles, Young Chan Choi, Joshua Edwards Crosby, Sarah Emily Culver, Aaron Christopher Curenton, Amanda Jane Dana, Christian Blake Davenport, Michelle Leanne Davis, Darius Jarrell Dillon,
Amanda Kathleen Fitzgerald. Kristen Nicole Foose. Corey Elizabeth Free. Celinda Antonia G. Matthew Brian Gibson. Natalie Nicole Hagler. Sherelle Denise Harrison. Logan Elizabeth Hine. Ashley Nicole Hieronymy. Sarah Charlene Hilton. Brian James Hurst. Gregory Ryan Johnson.
Madison Crystal Jones, John Stephen Justice, Angela Marie Casper, Dane Edward Kellum, Julie Christine Kilpack, Tori Renee Klamberg, Mark Philip Kristen, Joshua Uriah Martin, Youngkook Matsunaga, Jonathan Matthew Matula, Robert Scott McClure, Alexander Bryant McQueen,
Devin Brooke Jordan Miller, Madeline Ann Maud, Donald Keith Moody, Bethany Michelle Nichols, Savannah Christine Norris, Elizabeth Lynn Parker, Shaquina Marie Peltzer, Lauren Elizabeth Priest, Robert Britton Wrench, Rachel Megan Farrar Ryan, Timothy Neil Ryan Jr., Arida Lee Rodriguez Gonzalez,
Sarah Elizabeth Routley, Jasmine Anid Santiago, Kari Pat Peterson Serval, Jessica Lynn Sewell, Brooke Lauren Schroeds, Brent Casey Smith, Lindsay Carol Smith, Zanaya Enid Solero, Edward Lee Spivey, Hannah Elizabeth Staton, Katie Lynn Stokes, Cameron Michelle Strickland,
Sarah Catherine Thompson, Rebecca Ashley Tyner, Vincent Dion Warren, Tori Alexandra Waters, Courtney Lynn Weslowski, Chloe Esther Whitaker, Amanda Blake Wilkes, Ramona Jean Williams, Jeffrey Allen Woodard, Adam Carl Wolford. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2008 Enterprise High School Honor Seniors. Seniors, please be seated.
I would like to recognize the members of the Enterprise High School National Honor Society at this time. Selection for membership is by faculty council and is based on outstanding scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Members must have a cumulative grade point average of 3.4 on a 4.0 scale for grades 9 through 12. The National Honor Society members are wearing a gold and blue cord with their cap and gown. Will all the students, members of the Enterprise High School National Honor Society, please stand and be recognized as a group. Thank you. You may be seated.
At this time, I would like to recognize the senior class officers. Please stand as I call your name. President Lydia Townsend. Vice President Jasmine Santiago. Secretary Rachel Ryan. You may be seated. Mr. Rayner, on behalf of the 2008 senior class, I would like to make a monetary donation of $4,000 for the purchase of concrete picnic tables to be used by students at the new Enterprise High School.
It is a great honor to be given the opportunity to speak to you on behalf of the senior class of 2008. After 13 years of education, we have arrived at a moment that has been both exhilarating and terrifying. The thrilling sense of accomplishment we all share at reaching this milestone is sometimes matched by the anxiety of the future that remains uncertain.
It is like the first time you climb up the high dive and realize that you can't go back down the ladder. Jumping into the swimming pool of life looks so different from the high dive. We wonder, what if we have accomplished? What if we have experienced? What if we have learned it is enough to bring us what we want? But it is said that worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. Thus, I think we have all learned a few things this year. We've learned that we can honestly tell a sophomore class that their class is by the pool or even on the second floor. We've learned that changing classes on a rainy day requires their survival skills of running, ducking, and sometimes even swimming across the quad. We've learned that EHS staff members are our family because every single time we do run, duck, and swim through the rain, you can always be sure to see Mr. Rayner, Mr. Rogers, and Mr. Graves getting drenched as well simply to show that we struggle and they struggle. I also realized that my experiences have resulted in a collection of wisdom that I would gladly pass on to those who follow the senior class. You should spend more time reading a good book and less time on Facebook. You should spend more time thinking about who you're going to vote for in the ballot box and less time buying games for Xbox. You should spend more time having fun with your family and less time running from your family. You should spend more time watching sunrises and less time burning the midnight oil. You should spend more time helping your classmates and less time competing with them. And lastly, you should spend more time seeking your purpose in life and less time worrying about prosperity in life.
Prosperity seemed like an impossible dream for this class after the destruction of our high school on March 1st, 2007. We are the class that spent half our time at EHS on Watt Street and the other half at our temporary home on the campus of the OCC. After getting into a comfortable routine for half our careers, suddenly nothing was routine and nothing was comfortable. The elements for disappointment in our high school experience were very evident and seemed unavoidable to some. Not many people outside our school system felt that Enterprise High School could even remotely function at the level of excellence it had achieved in the past. No one expected us to overcome our disaster. In the book of 1 Chronicles, we see how David responded to one of the deepest disappointments in his life when he was told that he would not be the one to build the temple. Then King David went in and sat before the Lord, and he said, "Who am I, O Lord God, and what is my family that you have brought me this far?" As we look at our situation, we too feel humbled and ask the question, who are we? Who are we that we have been given a faculty in administration that is passionate about producing excellent students without complaining about circumstances? Who are we that we have been surrounded by young people who compete and perform without making excuses for their hardships? Who are we that we can be here tonight in a community that values all its young people and will gladly sacrifice to provide them with everything they need to achieve excellence? Nazi death camp survivor Viktor E. Frankl said, "Everything can be taken away from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." We have been privileged to see the right attitude chosen every day by our teachers, coaches, administrators, families, and fellow students. I've seen in my own home how this practice of choosing your attitude can influence others. My youngest brother, Parker, was unable to speak, eat, or even sit up. Every day was a struggle for him, and he had to endure the discomfort of a trach tube and home ventilator just to survive. Every opportunity was there to be angry, depressed, or disillusioned because of the difficulty his circumstances produced. But every day, Parker chose to love, and every day, until the day he died, he made someone's life better. Who am I to have seen my brother bless so many when he was given so little? High school graduations will be conducted across the country. Many of those will take place in settings like this historic scarred stadium. Many speakers will share the same thoughts about setting goals and reaching for dreams, but none will be able to tell a story like ours. None will be able to understand what we know about losing loved ones, about picking up the pieces, are about making the choices we face every day. None will have the memories that will forever unite us. Who are we? We are the Enterprise High School senior class of 2008. What a large volume of adventures may be grasped within this little span of life by him who interests his heart in everything, Lawrence Stern. Class of 2008, tonight we say goodbye to our teachers, administrators, classmates, and the overall experience that was Enterprise High School. Our journey has been filled with love, memories, successes, and unfortunately, losses. We have made it through the highs and lows to this very moment where we end this chapter of our lives and begin a new and exciting one. Seniors, our time here at EHS has been a blessing. Our experiences and the lessons we have learned will stay with us forever. We have learned that Enterprise High School is not defined by bricks and mortar alone, but by the students, staff, and most importantly, our spirit. Our spirit has helped make our senior year great in spite of many changes. Each and every student has grown to be a better person by being a part of Enterprise High School, and there is no doubt that the individuals who make up this class will accomplish many great things in the future.
To our families, thank you for all the love and support you have provided to us throughout the years. We know that today is very important for you as well, and we cannot tell you how much we admire and love you. To many students, the faculty is just a group of people who make and enforce rules, but to us, they are so much more. The teachers here at Enterprise High School truly care about each and every student, and have enriched our lives with knowledge and with love. They go beyond teaching us the required curriculum by helping us to gain life lessons that we will always remember to apply. Teachers, there are not enough words to express how grateful we are to you. You have helped us mature into the young adults we are today, and you have equipped us with the proper tools to prosper beyond high school. You have all succeeded as teachers and have made lasting impressions on our lives. Typically, high school principals are thought of as being unapproachable administrative figures. Ours, however, defy this stereotypical image. Not very many principals truly love and care about their students, but the administrators at EHS do. Rain or shine, hot or cold, they are always in the quad with students as they hurry along to class. Our principal's presence there every day reminds us students that they are always watching out for our safety and well-being. To all our administrators, Enterprise High School would not be the same without you. You have helped keep the Wildcat spirit alive and have been a tremendous encouragement to us all. We love you, and we will never forget you.
Seniors, as we say farewell, we must not allow ourselves to be sad that our high school days are over, but look forward with great excitement to the vast array of opportunities ahead for learning and personal growth. Every person in our class has something important to contribute, and they must start today in their quest to understand and achieve their full potential. This graduating class has indeed faced many changes. Thankfully, we are all here tonight, and we proudly honor the memories of Michael Bowen, Peter Dunn, Angie Jackson, and Ryan Mullen.
It was their accomplishments and contributions to Enterprise High School, as well as the achievements and contributions of the other students taken at such a precious young age, that helped inspire us to finish this journey with that unique Wildcat pride. Tonight, we honor and remember all of our fellow classmates who cannot be here, but we know they will always be present in spirit. We have accomplished a tremendous task, and after tonight, we will be able to proudly call ourselves Enterprise High School graduates.
Our farewells would not be complete without issuing a challenge to the classes of 2009 and 2010. Get involved. Make the most of your high school years. Remember, adversity always creates opportunities.
Class of 2008, thank you for the times we have shared together. Because of our high spirits and great accomplishments, our class has left a legacy of perseverance and optimism to Enterprise High School.
We have grown to love and cherish one another, and though tonight we are sad about saying farewell, we must be lifted by the thought that we will forever be alive in the memories of one another.
We love you all, and we will miss you very much.
Are literally sweeping the country.
Speaker, Mrs. Laura Bush, the First Lady of the United States. Mrs. Bush, on behalf of the 2008 senior class, I would like to present you with a small token of our appreciation for making this year's graduation so special.
Thank you very much. You all see what it is? Is it a little piece of- It's a picture of the school with a little brick, little piece of the old building. So thank you very much. That's so sweet. Thank you very much, Lydia, and congratulations on your plans to play soccer at Auburn. Thanks to all of you for your very warm welcome and for inviting me here today. President Bush was truly inspired by your community's strength and compassion during his visit last year, and he wanted me to give you his very best wishes. I want to acknowledge the mayor of Enterprise, Alabama, Kenneth Boswell. Thank you, Mayor. Your First Lady and my friend, Miss Patsy Riley. Dr. Jim Reese, the Superintendent of Enterprise City Schools. Jimmy Hawley, the Alabama State Senator from this district. Dr. Bob Ferris, the Assistant Superintendent of Enterprise Schools, and your great principal, Rick Rayner. And now, of course, I especially want to recognize the Enterprise High School class of 2008. This class has had a long journey to get here. While other students in other parts of the country were worried about finding dates for dances, you were sorting through the rubble of a demolished school building. And while your peers were watching reruns of Dawson's Creek, you were mourning the loss of 8 classmates, including 4, Michael, PJ, AJ, and Ryan, who would have graduated with you today. The class we now honor responded to these tragedies with strength and dignity that far outshone your years. You worked together to accomplish something extraordinary, the establishment of a school without a building. This class was the first to spend an entire year on the campus of Enterprise Ozark Community College. You crowded into 40 portable buildings in lieu of brick and mortar classrooms. You pushed through 7 long power days to catch up at the beginning of last semester. And you juggled extracurricular activities haphazardly as time and space allowed. Some changes caused by the move were welcomed. Evidently, there were no complaints about sleeping in for 11 a.m. classes. But the hardest challenge this class faced was creating a normal high school. Any doubts that this year's seniors were up to the task went to rest here in the hole at the first football game of the season. I'm from Texas, so I understand that this would be a big event in any year, but this year it was really special. Enterprise students were back in their old stadium for the first game since the storm. It seemed that the whole town was here. And when the Wildcats came running in to open the season, everyone went wild. The Wildcats won that night, and they went on to deliver victories against Northview, Dothan, and others. They were not the only victorious squad. The girls' soccer team made it to the Final Four in the state playoffs. The boys' soccer team was undefeated in the regular season. The EHS cheerleaders became national champions. And the girls' volleyball team set a new school record for wins. Class achievements have not all been athletic. This year's senior class boasts 2 National Merit Scholars, 1 commended student, 2 Army All-American Marching Band members, and Alabama's Junior Miss. Members of this class will attend schools from Alabama to Auburn to West Point to Penn State. But these achievements only scratch the surface of your class's true success. How you have come through last year's tragedy to bring positive change. As you've recovered from your losses, members of this class have played bingo with nursing home residents. You've collected donations for Habitat for Humanity. You took part in 2 new service organizations, like the DREAM organization, which pairs high school role models with elementary school students. Staff at the White House asked me to express their appreciation to the Encores, who performed in the East Room of the White House last month. This group showed great bravery last year by winning the National Show Choir Championship just weeks after losing 3 singers. Our guests at the White House were thrilled with the Encore's performance, and White House staff is still talking about their remarkable attitude of thankfulness, even after such a hard loss. We celebrate all of these achievements today, and we recognize that they were not accomplished alone. Members of the class of 2008, today your time at Enterprise ends in the same place where that first football game marked a senior year of moving forward. Graduating in the stadium is a cherished tradition. Many of your mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters and teachers received their diplomas in this stadium. As you graduate tonight, take with you memories of your teachers' and classmates' support after the storm. The blue and white worn by students at rival schools, and the donations that came pouring in from around the country. Take with you memories of the great sacrifices your teachers made to create a positive learning environment, and how your families supported you in these very difficult times. Use these memories as inspiration to move forward with the same great dignity you have used and shown since last year's storm. America will be made a better place because of the lessons you've learned as Enterprise Wildcats, and then taught the rest of our country by your good example. Congratulations to the Enterprise High School class of 2008, and may God bless you.
Woo!